Now then, another video. So we are back welding again. I've got my new to me welder, Kempe Fastmig 400. Excuse messy shop again. So I am welding this up today. As you can see here, so I've just laid that down, just getting welder set. So that is the 400 amp. That and that more than that, but that is the 200 amp. You can see the difference. Same there, night and day. That is a far deeper weld than that. I've warmed this up with gas, so it's hot, but that far deeper weld than that. And also I've just done that in about 5 minutes, and the welder's not overheating. So I'm going to get this. I'm just going to get this sizzled up and weld them inside corners and then I'll get this on for paint. I've got another hitch bracket here to do for a grab. I'll show you that after, and another hitch bracket just here, a little bit one to do for another grab. I'll show you that one later on as well. But yeah, that is the new to me welder, Fastmig, removable box. So we're doing big jobs, can take the box with me. Hopefully this should speed the job up no end. We don't have 3-phase up here, but we're running that on a generator. It is just an old generator that we've found, but I'm sure it'll keep us going for the time being. It'll do what it'll do. Right, anyway, I'll bring you back when I get a bit further. So that's another 6 runs in there with the 400 amp this time. Look at how much smoother that looks compared to the other side. Well, compared to them. Yep, happy with that. So get these 2 insides and these ends welded up. I'll bring you back when we're ready for paint. Quick video of this before it gets painted. A little bit of spatter to take off in places, but it's all welded up now. New welder is absolutely phenomenal. Smoothness on that, beautiful job. Done ends. Just like I like to just blend the end weld into the side weld, just makes it look a bit nicer. But yeah, all welded up now. I'm just going to let it cool off for a little while, get out of here with a little digger and give it some spray, paint it black, ready to put it on. So that's this one all done now. We'll get started on the next one. So 1 hitch bracket finished, starting the next one now. This one's slightly different. I haven't had them drilled the holes because I didn't know what rotate was going on it. So I've just taken this pattern off the rotate outside, which is on the grab already. I will show you the grab when I get it unpackaged. So I've just taken this pattern, just ball peen hammer, just make it work. So I'm going to put that in the middle. Obviously the bracket is exactly the same size as that one there, so it is a little bit big, but that's the digger it's going on, so it's better big than small. I'll centre that in there, mark them, centre punch them holes. Them 2 are dowels. We're not going to use them, so it'll just have 8 bolts. They're M20s anyway, so they're not going to take any harm at all. It's only 13 tonner, it can't lift that much. So I'm going to do this now. I will show you what the crack is before I start drilling it. I'm going to drill it with mag drill, 20mm holes. Right, grand. Here's that grab we're talking about. So that's an SX 1250. Obviously rotate, that bracket will bolt on top of there. So Perfect for like a 13 tonner. Fantastic piece of kit that. But get that bracket made for it. Mate, we're good to go. Full hardox. Come with all pipes and fittings to get it to go. And yeah. Right, back to the welding. Just a quick wipe up before paint. This, lads, is exactly why you wipe something before you paint it. State of that. Anyway, wiped up, give it a quick squirt of primer and then some black. Should be good to go. First coat of black on that. Let's say black primer. Decided to go with a black primer this time because you could see the red through the black last time. So I didn't want to put 10 coats on it. It's only a bucket. Oh yeah, hitch bracket, but so a black primer and then we'll go black on top of that. Just 2 coats of black will be fine for that. Right, that's that one finished. I'll show it you bolted to the Koala 400 before I take it away. Just need to get some bolts to bolt it on with. They are M22. Now I know how long they have to be. I will get some bolts for it. And yeah, next time you see that, hopefully it should be on the Koala 400. Hopefully it should be on a digger. Get that on a digger, and I'll take some pictures of the digger. I might even do a bit of a video with the digger. Grand. Right, switch jobs a little bit now. I need to order some bar for this 65mm pin headstock, so move on to this 45mm pin headstock because I have some pins for this. So I've just drilled these holes. That's still in first coat of paint. Just drilled them holes to match that rotate. So this is an SX850 for like a excuse me, hammer, 5 tonner, 5.5, 6 ton machine. These are probably the most commonly sold grab there is on the MDE range. Proper piece of kit, these. Hardox body, Hardox in the fingers for the grab, all greasable. When it comes from us, comes with a hitch bracket made by ourselves, pipes, fittings to fit your machine, and obviously all the paperwork to come with it. That is about all I can tell you about that. I will come back to you when I get that tacked up. You can see that's the base plate. And they're the ears for it, so 10mm. 10mm is usually plenty for a 5 tonner. You never break in 10mm. With plenty of weld on it anyway. These brackets go something like that, so there's going to have to be, if you can see, you can't get to them bolts, also will be cut out to get them bolts in. So yeah, there you go. I'll come back to you when I get tacked up. Back on these hitch brackets for these grabs today. I'm not going to get the 65mm pin one done today because it's just pins have not turned up. Got some pins for this one yesterday, so you can see what I'm having to do here. I've cut a slot. You can see it better over there actually. So the spanner will go in so I can tighten these up. These inside ones, if you look here, I can leave enough room to get a thin wall socket on them and still keep it the right distance. That's 45mm pins for like a 5 tonner. on a grab. This outside edge will weld up. We'll probably put 3 runs on outside, and then if you see this inside, we're going to be able to weld, say, along to probably here somewhere, because obviously them need to be able to get them sockets on. I'll probably be able to do a little weld here and here, but it should be fairly strong with them welded to there anyway. And obviously all these pins will be welded in. I don't usually use you can use like welding bushes, which obviously cut a bigger hole, weld a bush in what your pin goes through. I only really ever use them when it comes to making a removable pin headstock, which, to be honest, nowadays with hydraulic hitches, you very rarely make one, so I'll come back to this when I get it welded up. I'll get it tacked up, should I say. I've got a slight change of plan with another headstock as well, so I'll show you that when I'm doing it. I've got a mag drill, a bunch of holes in it, but you can see what I'm doing with this, so I can tighten that bolt up. So, yep, I'll come back to you when I get a bit further. Just quickly show you this. So this is a second-hand headstock. Sorry, on 80mm pins. I'll show you what was attached to it. So it had that. It's like a spike for moving like concrete pipes and stuff like that. So it's this is a SX 1250 for like a 13 tonner. But he wants to just put it on a 25 for a little while, because well, it's a 22 actually, because his 13 isn't twin piped yet. He's getting somebody to do that, so he's asked me if I'll just make this work. So I've just gassed that off. Got a bit keen with gas in a few places, but I'll just spot that up with welder and just grind it flat. I'll just grind all this off as well, because you can't make rusty against paint, otherwise it just comes loose. And then I'll put my template on and mag drill my holes. This is 30mm, so it takes some drilling, but we'll get it drilled. Mounted with 10 M20 bolts, so it's got plenty of mounting force on it. But that's a big old hitch bracket, that. 80mm pins. Really, if you were going to buy an MDE grab for a 22 or a 25 tonner, you would buy the next size up, really. That grab is a little bit small, but he doesn't actually want it to stay on this, he wants it to put it on the 13, so it's right size for the 13, but wrong size for this, but it'll be alright for a little while. So I think I showed you this. I've got this all set up now, ready to weld. I'm just getting that sorted because I need to weld that as well, so fire generator at once and do it all at once, but that's pretty much ready to go now. Just need to make sure I can get socket and bolt in on both sides, square it all up, tap pins in, job's a good one. So yeah, I'll bring you back when I'm drilling some holes in this. You can see what we're talking about here. So drilled these holes in the middle of here, bolt it onto the top of here. I personally, when I drill a hole with mag drill, always use a comb bit just to get rid of that. Ends up in threads. So I've cleaned up the face, both faces, and I've fried up them little craters that I've made. So next time you see this, it should have some bolts in it. Right, that's all bolted up now. I'll show you the bolts. So I've Loctited them up, Loctite 470, whatever it's called. That hopefully shouldn't be coming off for a fair while. Yeah, ready to rock and roll. I'm just going to go and deliver it now. I'll take a picture of it on the digger. Obviously not the easiest thing to do on site, as sometimes they don't like us videoing, so I'll show you what the crack is when I get there. Cheers. we dropped that grab off, so now we're back on to making this. So I've set it up. I've set this side up, sorry, you can see what I've done. So you can get the sockets on and you can get the spanner in here. So I'm going to tack that plumb, square should I say, tack the other side, centre the pins, tack them, just measure it all and make sure it's all square, and then weld it out. I'll show you what we're doing then. So I've got that tacked up now. Just put a big tack at each end and tack the pin in. Made these so that you can get your spanner in there, marked where I'm going to weld up to here. Obviously can't weld too close to them, but these outsides will get fully welded. Bolt holes are already right. Check them on the grab. So I'll bring you back when we've welded it. Just wanted to do a quick video, show you this finished. So this is the SX850 with the rotate. That's that hitch bracket that I built. Just wants paint touching up where I've tightened bolts up. Bolts are Loctited as well. But yeah, that's that SX850. Nice little grab that for a 5.5 tonner. I'll show you that when I get it piped onto the digger. I'm going to go under that today. So that's that 400 tree shear, the SX1250 and this SX850 going out this week. The Koala 200 is actually coming back off hire, so I'll show you that when it comes back. But yeah, should be interesting. That Koala 200, if anybody wants it, either out on hire or to buy it, it's probably done about 2 weeks work at this point, so do you a fairly good deal on it. Right, no worries. I think this will be the last video of this week's video. Give us a like and subscribe. Drop us a message to, let us know what the crack is. Yeah, thanks for watching. Next week, hopefully going to get back on that Bobcat. Also got this. This will be an interesting little job that I'll show you. Got this little Kubota ST 36, so like a hydrostatic little Kubota thing. It's leaking where the diff joins the gearbox, so I'm going to split that in two and reseal it. So I'm going to try and do that next week as well. So yeah, I'll film some of that so you can see what we're doing. I've also got a high capacity bucket coming in. It's for this digger actually that this is going on. So obviously Tree Surgeon hasn't got a load all yet, so he wants something to be able to move wood chip handy. So I've got a used bucket ditcher at home. So I will we're going to cut bottom out of it because that's why I've got it, because we replaced it. I'm going to cut bottom out, extend floor, put a new cutting edge on it, put some big greedy boards on sides, and then probably a greedy board at top to stop all chip going down into hitch. But yeah, I'll show you what the crack is with that when I get it here. I don't know whether that'll be next week or week after, but yeah, we've got plenty of work coming up, so I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.